Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Glitch and this is the next installment of my player analysis series. Today I'm going to be analyzing the Zerg versus Terran style of Liquid Ret. Liquid Ret is a guy who's just been doing absolutely amazing lately. He's always been an amazing player, plays for Team Liquid, very well known from back in the days of StarCraft, and holy cow, I'm on normal speed. I need to get up to faster right now. Always been very well known for his very, very heavy macro style of play, but lately he's been practicing a ton, and he's been entering a lot of tournaments, and he's been doing really, really well in tournaments. He's very, very heavy macro-oriented style of play that is just really, really important. It feels very standard. When you look at it, he's going to be going for Lings, Banelings, Mutalisks. Pretty standard Zerg versus Terran, but he's going to get them in a very, very unique way in that he's going to spend a lot of time getting a ton of drones. I'm going to emphasize that so much in this game. He's going to be getting a ton of drones. So, let's get right into the game. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit because you know what he's going to do at the beginning of the game? He's going to get a ton of drones because that's what Ret likes to do, is get a ton of drones. I cannot emphasize how many drones Ret is going to get. It is going to be absolutely unbelievable. Ret looks like he's now going to go for 15 hatchery. Pretty safe against those Terran players. Most Terrans, even these days, 2 racks is starting to become a little bit more rare for early pressure. Just because if a Zerg player just gets a lot of drones and just pulls all their drones are actually pretty darn good against holding off 2 racks pressure if they're controlled well and you've got excellent unit control like Ret does. And so Ret's now thrown up his 15 hatchery, and he's following that up with a 16 pool. He's now getting his pool. He's going to be getting a gas soon. That's so that he can start getting that Zergling speed if he needs it. But what else is he doing? He's going to build drones. He's going to build lots of drones right now. He's going to go scout his opponent. And we're not going to focus too much on what his opponent is doing because, again, we are looking all at what Ret does. All we care about right now is what Ret is doing. Ret is getting guys on gas. His pool is going to come up. He's going to get Zergling speed. He's going to continue to use all of his larvae to get those drones. He scouted his opponent, and he didn't actually get to see much because of the wall off there. But Ret is now just going to continue to produce more drones. Why can he feel safe right now? He's placing overlords all over the map. His overlords are actually not the best position to spot any kind of counter, but this early in the game, it's pretty rare to see pressure this early in the game. He is getting 4 Zerglings, and once he finishes those 4 Zerglings, he's going back to producing more drones. Getting this natural saturated, he's going to be moving out with these Zerglings, he's going to be taking Xel'Naga towers, and he's going to be placing his Zerglings at the front of his opponent's base. He's also going to have an Overlord here at the back of the base placed here so that when he needs to, he can move it in, sacrifice his Overlord to scout exactly what his opponent is doing. That is the only way that this works. That is the only way you can get this many drones, is if you are constantly scouting and very good about controlling these Xel'Naga watchtowers. He's going to get 1 spine for defense in case there's any funny business, any Hellions coming in, which actually there are 2 Hellions coming in, so that is a valid concern, but he's on those Xel'Naga watchtowers. He's going to see him coming a mile away. He had a Zergling out there. He scouted them. He knows they're coming. Has 2 queens up right now, got his Zergling speed, with his next 100 gas, got his lair. Starting to get his lair, still only operating on 1 gas, still getting a lot of drones, gonna throw down a second spine crawler because he knows Hellions are on the way. But what else is he doing? He's putting a queen on the ramp, and he's actually gonna have this 3rd queen out on the map for quite a while. Why? Because it gets you a lot of early creep tumors and gets you a lot of creep spread and gets you a lot of vision so you can make more drones. So that you can know exactly what your opponent is doing and when he's pushing out so you can get a lot of drones. He's going to sit on 3 queens for quite a while. Keep this queen energy very, very low by constantly dropping those creep tumors all over the place. You can see that already, we're only 6 minutes into the map. He's already extended 3 creep tumors out. And he's going to continue to do that. I think he might have missed 1 early larva inject so that he could get this first creep tumor out. But now that they are out, he's now moving up his spine crawlers, putting them in defensive positions to prevent these Hellions from doing too much damage. And what's he going to do? More drones. In the meantime, we're around 40 food, and he's going to be getting his other gas. This is similar to Spanishiwa, where you don't get gas until very late in the game. But check out his tab. Even with the threat of these Hellions wandering around the base, he's still just getting drones. He's using his gas to tech, he got his lair, and now he's throwing down his spire. So he's getting a very, very, very fast spire. We're only at the 7-minute and 30-second mark, but he can do that because he's not spending, he's getting a lot of drones so that he can get a lot of income, and he's not really spending it on too much else right now, so he can be spending it on tech, like Spire. Now, he is holding the middle, he is not holding the watchtower right now. He doesn't even see that this push is coming. I don't think he even knows that this push is coming. He is spreading more creep right now, but once this base, I think, oh, you know what? He did. He had a Zergling here at the front of the base that saw when these forces were moving out. So now you can see he's producing a ton of Zerglings. His Zergling speed, already up. It's been up a while now. He just hasn't made any Zerglings because he doesn't need it yet. Hasn't needed it at all. So now he's just going to be moving in with this big Hellion, and this is actually a scary push. I mean, think about it. This many Hellions. Look at this. This is 6 Hellions right now with 10 Marines. This is actually a lot of stuff. If you think about it, these Hellions can destroy Zerglings. These Marines are going to clean up whatever is still left over. This is a very scary push. He's going to poke in. He's going to see the Spine Crawler here, see that there's actually some static defense there, and that Queens are blocking the ramp. He's actually going to pull back for a little bit before he does this push, and then he's going to do an elevator drop. All Queens have been pulled. All 3 Queens are here up on the high ground, trying to prevent that drop from going down. But again, just by being very aware, having a lot of map awareness, he's going to be able to know what is going on. And now he's just starting to get his Mutalisks up. His Mutalisks are just now coming up onto the field. He's spent all of his gas so far in teching to Mutalisks. He saved up quite a bit of gas, and now he's getting his Mutalisks. These Mutalisks are going to help because they are going to be able to deal with this kind of a big Hellion push at this point. Still, spreading creep, look at this, taking a 3rd base, spreading creep like crazy. If we check out the harvester count right now, 49 harvesters. We're not even at the 10-minute mark yet, and he already has almost 50 harvesters on the field. Mining, he's going to be able to do a big drone transfer and get to this 3rd saturated right away. And now the Mutalisks are out. He's going to be pushing forward with all these Zerglings, and as long as he focuses down those Marines, which he's doing, the Hellions are now up to be killed by these Mutalisks. Not a problem for Red. So, now that his tech is getting up, he's going to be streaming forward with lots of units. I'm going to speed it up here just a little bit, because now, guess what he's doing? His 3rd is up now. It's drone time. He just defended that push. What do you do when you defend a push? You build more drones! You build more drones! And then, he's starting to get his Baneling Nest now. He's starting to get his Baneling Nest because, well, he wants a Baneling Nest eventually. Eventually he's going to need some Baneling Nests. So, he's eventually going to need some Banelings, so he needs that Baneling Nest. And now that his Mutas are out, he's just going to be moving around the field, being very annoying, scouting exactly what his opponent is doing constantly, poking in with these Mutalisks all over the place, seeing if he can deal any damage anywhere at all. And in the meantime, he's just getting more Mutalisks, more Zerglings. Notice, on the Units tab, well, actually, not yet. I'm saving that for later. Don't want to overload you yet. We're gonna pull back here and continue to talk about this excellent Mutalisk movement. These Mutalisks are not staying still. They are constantly moving around the map, and Tarson is actually being really good about his Marine placement. He's placing Marines all over the map, trying to counter, but there is a little bit of a weakness over in that there are no Marines here, and Liquid Red is just going to keep poking in on all sides, and again, look at this. Finds out nothing's in here, gonna go in, try to deal some damage. What's he doing at his home base? 3 bases, fully saturated, 68 workers, that is a ton of workers. Mutalisk still harassing, dealing a lot of damage, and now using his gas. Now that he's got a lot of Mutalisks up on the field that he can do a lot of harassment with, this is a good number of Mutalisks. If we check out the unit counting station right now, 17 Mutalisks on the field. That is a good number of Mutas on the field. And now he's going to start to tech. He's getting his Baneling speed, he's getting his attack upgrades for his Zerglings, and he's getting his attack upgrade for his Mutalisks as well. This is all good stuff, making the units he has better. The more you try to spread your tech thin, the more you do different things with all of your the more you try to do lots of different types of units, the weaker those specific units are going to be. So right now he's just got Zerglings, Mutas. Upgrading his Zerglings and Mutas so that his Zerglings and Mutas is all he's got, but those Zerglings and Mutas are darn good. In the meantime, macroing up a lot of Zerglings at home base. Money's actually a little bit high right now. He could actually do with a macro hatch and even be producing even more. But what's he going to do with that extra money? He's going to expand more. Probably get some more drones. Not too many more drones, because too many more than about 70 or 80 drones and you'll start to get a little too oversaturated with food. You won't have enough army. Too many workers, not enough army. Again, creep spread, lots of creep spread, aggressive creep spread all over the map. 13 minutes into the game, we're almost halfway across the map right now. And now he's got a ton of mutalisks that he's just going to be poking in with. He's going to wait for his opponent to move out, and then he's just going to come in and deal a lot of damage. That's exactly what he's waiting for right now. He's got his overlords in good positions to scout. He's got his creep out on the field so that he can see when pushes are coming out. Notice, no banelings right now. There are 0 banelings. This is the unit counting station right now. I'm going to pause because I want to emphasize this. Check out the unit counting station. No banelings. 81 workers, 42 zerglings, 26 mutalisks, queens and overlords. That's it. That is it. Now that this push is coming out, you may see him start to produce some banelings. Yes, there you go. 21 banelings now being produced. We didn't create them before. Why? Because we want to get our upgrades, we want to get up more mutalisks, and this push is now moving out, and he knows this push now has no time to come back in defense, so what's he going to do? Send in zergling counterattacks? Send in those mutalisks to deal lots of damage, and Tarson is just forced to attack. These mutalisks are going to be able to do so much damage, and back at home base, he's got a lot of banelings here, and he is making even more banelings to deal with this big push here at the front. So, all these zerglings now coming in, a lot of banelings here. He's going to, even though Tarson is going to put his Hellions out there to take the damage from the banelings, he's going to get beautiful, absolutely beautiful marine spread. Look at that marine spread. Didn't even lose that many marines to the banelings. Didn't lose as many as he could have anyway. He could have been smashed by that push and had banelings left to spare. Still got a good number of units, but guess what? The second he moved out of his base, Rhett went in for the kill. And now Tarson is at, if we check out the harvester count, 2 harvesters. And that's GG. That is GG. How good is that? A lot of early drones allow you to have a big booming econ once you hit that 3rd base, get up that spire, start getting up those upgrades, get up that tech to mutas. Then once your mutas are on the map and you've got a little bit of map control, upgrade your units, get the banelings, get those banelings up, get baneling speed, all that good stuff, and start poking around constantly with these mutalisks, and the second your opponent moves out of his base, move in with all those mutalisks and deal a lot of damage. And just like that, you could be just as good as Rhett too. Well, okay, maybe not quite as good as Rhett, but you could be pretty darn good. Try it! Try it! It's an awesome style of play against those Terran players, requires a lot of scouting. Be on that scouting and make more drones. That's it for me, guys. This is going to be, I think there's going to be 1 or 2 more of these things, and then that's it. I'm going to go back home, because I'm currently, if you're watching this just as I uploaded this, in Denver, Colorado, visiting family, and I'll be back in Los Angeles soon enough. So that's it. That's it for me, guys.